If you clicked on this video, you're probably wondering, what's an Armored Core 6 video doing upon the Pokemon channel? It is because this channel is going to be home to a playthrough of Armored Core 6 that is inspired by Pokémon Nuzlocke. I know, mind-blowing, right? For those who aren't aware, a Nuzlocke is basically a Pokemon run with rules. But in order to adapt this to Armored Core 6, we need to change some of these rules. Here then are the rules I've come up with to keep the spirit of a Nuzlocke in Armored Core 6. One rule that should be obvious is that we should only have a set number of ACs we can use. These will be obviously Pokemon themed. And in the spirit of a Nuzlocke, if one dies or gets destroyed, then it can't be used for the rest of the playthrough. Now, to make things interesting, I've made some build restrictions. The biggest one is that each Pokemon AC cannot share parts with other ACs, with a few exceptions that I'll get into as I introduce them. If I get destroyed in the middle of battle, I can switch to a different AC in the list. This is like switching Pokemon in the middle of a battle. And the only expansion I'm going to use is Pulse Armor. That's like using Protect in a Pokemon battle. But to keep it challenging and Nuzlocke-y, I am not going to use any repair kits in the middle of a mission. However, I still have to use Supply Sherpas, because otherwise I would run out of ammo in the middle of some of these missions. So, without further ado, let's introduce the Pokemon that I will be making these ACs after. First up, well, I wouldn't be Webby the Water Starter if I didn't include Water Starters. And so the first one is Blastoise. Big, bulky, has lots of blue lasers to represent the water cannons. And I have a second Water Starter in the form of Empoleon. And as you can see, the workers feature prominently because they look just like Empoleon's fins. Then there's Delphox. She's got the snail legs to simulate the flower fur dress thing she's got going on, but I did not give her the Bad Cook flamethrower as much as she would have deserved it, because it sucks. The Bad Cook, I mean, not Delphox. Next, there's a Pokemon Champion staple, Staraptor. Light and speedy, but with some firepower to match. It's pretty fragile though, just like Pokemon Champions. And here's a personal favorite of mine, Dragapult. And there's two laser drones on the back to simulate the Dreepy launchers that Dragapult has. Last but certainly not least is Mr. String Cheese himself, Goldengo. He can make it rain with vertical missiles, and plenty of them. Anyway, now you know the rules I'm operating under and the mechs I'll be using, so enough plot exposition, let's get to the violence. Let's get the most fragile mech out of the way first, which is arguably Staraptor. Oh, I forgot to mention one other rule I wanted to impose on myself, which is I'll be sticking with one AC until it gets destroyed. Also, I'll likely be skipping most briefings and other cutscenes during the game to avoid spoilers for the ones who haven't played AC6 yet. By the way, you should.
Main system activating combat mode.
Commence mission. Destroy all of the Rubicon Liberation Front's artillery placements. There. That's one of the artillery placements. The front is protected with armor plating. Attack it from behind.
Deploy for combat. Destroy that AC.
There's a
Wow, this earshot has a really long reload time. I forgot all about that.
We're clear here. You're up against mass
These snipers are still super effective.
Eliminate them as necessary.
I've almost lost half my health there, so that goes to show how fragile Staraptor is. Outside of Pokemon Champions, even. I am a dumbass. I previously got the Platinum Trophy for this game on PS5, but I seem to have forgotten how to play.
Head to the final site. Keep up the good work. Work is over.
Fire! Surround that AC. That interloper. What makes
Confirmed. All targets destroyed. That's it for this job, 621.
And now onto the classic grid, whatever grid this is.
Commence mission.
Looks like the Archivist group hired some muscle.
An independent mercenary, huh? At least they didn't send the Vespers.
Intercepting!
They're just mass-produced MTs. Wipe them out, 621.
This AC pilot's sharp.
Focus your fire! Ember, turn through it!
Oh yes, I'm rusty alright. And I don't mean the character either. And for our next mission, we're going to be killing one of the most infamous red shirts in Armored Core history. Yeah, it's this guy. You know who I'm talking about. Welcome to Rubicon.
I just wanted to call sign of my own.
Press F to pay respects, yada yada yada.
Enemy AC destroyed.
Main system activating combat mode.
Commence mission. Destroy the Rubicon Liberation Front transport choppers.
We're under attack!
Get you the chopper!
Looks like they've got a mouse tetrapod. It's a cut above the other MTs. Ignore it and focus on the mission.
You know what? I'm gonna try and kill it anyway. Just to be a dick. Never mind. I forgot how to kill this thing.
Looks like you got them all.
Was picking Rubicon clean not enough for you? You shameless coral scavengers.
That's it for this job, 621. Return to base.
I guess due to my faulty memory, I'll have to let you live. For now.
Next. Cut 5. Can't take yourself away from chatting with a tag-along? Why don't you start a sewing club together and stitch that damn mouth of yours shut?
And thus begins Gun 5 Iguazu's downward spiral.
2 targets destroyed. Hot dog, I got an AC. Or like an old piece of junk. It's barely different from an MT. Gun 4, you're not exactly cutting edge either. You want to be next on the scrap heap? Independent mercenary. Why be a mere pawn? What honor is there in serving corporations that exist only to kill and plunder?
Because I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. And you're clearly not.
Father, don't mind. First, get through all that dust and make contact with the Strider.
An unidentified AC. Must be one of the corporations.
There's a silhouette in the sands.
Activate the eye.
You know, I don't remember. Has Pokemon ever, done any proper desert levels? Asking because I skipped Gens 4 through 7. I went right from Gen 3 to Gen 8. Staraptor use earshot. It's super effective.
Confirmed. Strider leg compromised. It's going down.
Staraptor, you're looking a little exhausted there. What do you need? Some, water? Maybe, PP up? Arceus on a unicycle. That was a lot of damage. I don't want to lose a Pokemon AC this early in the game.
Just one left. Now you've got the target in your sights. Time to finish this, 621.
That giant eye looks a lot like, I think Mega Darkrai had a release in the TCG that had something that looks like a giant eye. But, correct me if I'm wrong.
Damn hyenas. Devastate the planet. Combined with Rubicon.
Cool guys never look at explosions.
See that 621?
I'm going to end this experimental video right here before my computer crashes again from editing it. But if you want to see more of this content, be sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Comment what your favorite parts were, and if you have any improvements for the Nuzlocke run for Armored Core 6, I'd love to hear them as well. But anyway, just I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Assist with